way to start.
It was a good way to start. It would be good. Hi, I'm Jorja.
Hi, I'm Christine.
And welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's awkward. Anyway, welcome back to Truth We Discovered. We have another video for you today. What are we going to be talking about, Jorja?
Today we're going to be talking about food and nutrition.
Yes.
Obviously, Christine. We have our lovely, nutritious snacks before us. We have apples, rice cakes, and chocolate.
And
Tea. And then behind the camera, we have our lovely assistant, who's just going to be asking us our questions today.
Daniel. Woo!
Hey. Daniel, you soccer player supreme.
He's single and ready to mingle.
Just under 6 foot.
Just under?
Yeah.
Are you gonna take that? That's the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth.
He plays piano.
I don't, oh. Yes.
So yeah, look out in the comment section, you know, just be like, hey Daniel. What's up?
Perfect.
Okay, ask us a question.
First question.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be answering questions
Yes.
about nutrition and health and food and all that jazz
while eating food.
while eating good food. Okay, go ahead, Daniel.
All right. What do you think of when you hear of food and nutrition?
What do I think of when I... Immediately when I think of food and nutrition, I immediately go to scary vegan who, like, yells at you for, like, eating a burger.
Fair.
When I give it more thought, I mean, obviously, food, what I consume, what I cook. I love to cook, so when I think of food and nutrition, I think of, like, cooking and spending that time and buying groceries. Buying groceries gives me endorphins. I love going grocery shopping. I don't know why, because most of the stuff I'm not going to buy anyway, but it's just an experience.
Yeah, I feel like you're adulting, you know, just you.
Look at me, my $30 in my pocket for groceries.
And the open store. Free for you to
like a single thing of bananas. Like 89
That's the only thing you walk out with.
Okay, you.
When I think of food and nutrition, I think of the opposite of what I'm doing anyway. I think of like what not to eat, you know? So when I think food and nutrition, I'm thinking like no burgers, no chips, no like Doritos.
No flavor.
No food. Listen, no, I've learned that healthy food can be flavorful.
Yes, we have.
But yeah, I just think like when I think of healthy nutrition, I think that like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not doing as good as I should be.
We'll go through the entire day and realize you haven't had any water.
Exactly. Just basically, like when I hear that word, I'm thinking not what I'm doing. You know,
exactly.
Why do you think it is important?
Healthy nutrition.
Yes.
Yeah. Why is food and nutrition important? I mean, in any situation,
Food, health, and nutrition.
Food, health, and nutrition all together. Why is it important? Well, food.
Just say health and nutrition. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Because like, no, well, if you put the food you eat is the nutrition you get, which is which equals
health.
Your health, right?
Yeah.
If I eat a Big Mac every day, you know, and it might not be getting the vitamins I need, which means I'm not going to be as healthy as if I ate like, I don't know, like a Buddha bowl. It's important because food is fuel, right? So what you're putting into your body is fueling you and how you're going to go out throughout your day, right? So certain foods that you may fuel, like this rice cake, right? Is mostly like carbs and calories. It's going to fuel me for a little while, but once it dies off, you know, I'm kind of stuck, like tired and like dead. So you really need to like think about what you're giving yourself, what you need to do throughout the day. Like if I have to go work out, eating a single rice cake isn't going to fuel me, right? If I have to go to work, I'm going to try and eat like a healthy meal in the morning. It's important because it's just you. It's what you're fueling your body with. It's how it's going to work and function and all that kind of thing. And if you're not doing it right, it's not going to function properly.
So it's important because it's your fuel. And you won't be able to function if you don't have good nutrition.
Thank you for summarizing my thoughts in less words.
No,
that's actually...
You need like the contents of the essay and then you need the conclusion.
Yes,
so
exactly. There you
everything
go.
you said was important and valid. So it's important because like you don't realize how much like of the habits that you have, how badly they affect your body, and how much of an impact they have on just like everything, your mental space, your thinking, your energy levels, your sleeping, and everything. And so when you start actually focusing on the food that you eat, the practices that you surround it with, like the practices that you surround like eating, it's really important on just your overall well-being, and it affects like everything else. As a worker, as a student. And I think that's so important to me as a student, because to focus throughout the day and to be productive throughout the day, if I am like dozing throughout my lectures and like just like sagging throughout the day, it's not like focusing, that's not good for me. So
so for you, it's about healthy routine and once again fueling your body for the projects it needs
for what the day needs to get done.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Hello.
So, what keeps people from making it a priority?
What keeps people from making it a priority? I'm gonna say something that we all know: time.
Yeah.
Time is difficult. It's super easy to go to Subway, super fast. I love me a good steak and cheese sandwich with onions and mayo and other things.
Good taste.
Thank you.
Except for onions. I don't get why people put onions on their sandwiches. Daniel, you're not with me on this? No?
What do you put on your sandwich?
Not onions. No, I think the basic got tomatoes, lettuce, steak and cheese, and olives, and mayo. Maybe sometimes chipotle sauce. If you have something to say it, okay? But this extra unnecessary takes away from the flavor of the sandwich.
Elevate the taste. Every single stew ever made starts with onions and garlic and olive oil and spices.
Not for a sandwich, my guy.
It's so good.
Not for a sandwich.
Fine.
I could beef people on this. I could beef people on this. I beef my own father on this.
There's a lot of negativity on that side of the blanket. Just like, it's just easier to grab and go, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of the time, like, I think nowadays, as if I'm old, like,
nowadays. Back in my day.
We really live our life on the go. Like, we don't really stop and eat, right? I don't stop and consistently, like, sit and just savor my food.
Yeah.
I, like, get my food, I go up and I, like, do my class or whatever. And, or, like, you grab a granola bar before you get in the car because you have to go to work, stuff like that, right? So I find that a lot of us don't have time. Another thing is that I think people are, like, scared in a way of learning how to cook. Like, it used to be like this whole priority that you knew how to cook because it was just like a basic skill that you needed to know to live on your own, right?
Yeah.
But now there's like so many different like Uber Eats and like DoorDash and all those things that can literally bring the food to your house. Like, why would I cook if I can just tell you to cook for me and you literally bring it to me?
Just for an extra cost.
Yeah, time and convenience is probably what it is.
The world today has made it really easy for us to just be lazy and just
really like not know how to like take care of ourselves.
Exactly.
Right?
Prep the food that we need to. It's prepped for us. It's brought to us. I don't need to go get it. I need to make it. It's made it really like convenient for us to be unhealthy and eat unhealthy.
There's even like I don't know, back when like my parents were younger, like everybody had a garden, right? So everybody even knew where their food came from. Yeah. Because they had to work for the food that they had like throughout the summer and stuff, right? And like now we have like, obviously there was grocery stores then, but there was still that kind of thing where like people like grew their food and stuff. They kind of like knew how it got from the farm to your plate and like things like that. I don't know. There's just like steps to it, and I just think like we kind of like lost like the zeal of cooking and like nutrition and all that. Like, how many cookbooks did I have literally sitting upstairs and I have not read them once?
It just costs money too. You gotta go buy the ingredients. I think like, but that's something else, which is like, I don't know. Things are, if you're trying to eat more healthy, it's like it's more expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
Like so like I mean I understand why my like headband is falling apart. Bear with me as I try and collect myself. Anyway, but like it's become a little bit like less more expensive like to live that like that lifestyle. You want something organic, it's extra cost. You want
organic, but even like if you're going to like McDonald's and burger, it's like $2 to get a burger, but then the salad's like $7, and I'm like, you know what's gonna fill me up?
Wendy's.
This burger.
Yeah, the potato.
Right?
It's delicious, savory, and it's cheap. when you think about like going healthy, cooking your own meals, you're like going, especially the initial, like when you are about to embark on that journey, it feels very like taxing on your bank account. Which is tough because if you want more people to like do it, you want it to be more affordable, right? But yeah, no, I noticed. So this is a perfect segue. Me and Jorja did a back to Eden diet recently in October to November. Something I learned from that was that it cost money because I was doing this. Jorja was doing this with her family. I was doing it by myself. My family was not doing this with me because I just decided to do this on my own. And so one, it was hard because you're by yourself. My family, they're eating good food and I was smelling it all. One thing that you learn is that when you're not eating things that you used to eat, like when you're dieting, you smell everything. So I was smelling everything in the household.
You smell the burger, you eat the apple.
Yeah. But also, I was buying these things on my own, like with my own money, and so I constantly.
That's another struggle.
I constantly had to make these purchases on my own and go to the grocery store, and so money was going, and I think that was one of the it was a difficult part. And so like I think one thing that's hard about people like making those choices is because it does take
it costs money.
It costs
it's money that some people might not have.
But yeah.
Hello. Next question. How do you prioritize nutrition over convenience?
It's because, okay, we talked about why it was important. We talked about how it affects our life and our daily habits, right? And so I think if you think about prioritizing nutrition in the sense of like when me prioritizing nutrition is me prioritizing your health. Okay. Health. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But because in the end, the consequence or the outcome of me like prioritizing like healthy nutrition is me having more energy in the day, that's being more productive in the day, or like just having like a better flow overall. So if I think of me prioritizing my nutrition is me prioritizing like my my daily routine, or maybe like let's specify like me prioritizing school because healthy nutrition leads to like better productivity when it comes to that specific thing. Then I kind of think you think of it better. Like I'm doing this for school, and we all know like as students, I'm speaking to students, we all prioritize school. I mean, not enough sometimes, but we prioritize school like a lot. And so when I think of it like that, because when it's just like nutrition, like for myself, we don't really care about ourselves as we should. So to tell someone like to pick nutrition over convenience, we're most likely going to pick convenience because that's what we've been doing. Like it's just, we know like we should be healthy, but we don't see the immediate effects now. Exactly. So we're not going to like really care about it now, whereas convenience, it's now. But if you're really struggling to just, and I know a lot of us are, especially in like this pandemic and you're at home, if you're really struggling to find motivation, productivity, when you look at like actually like taking time to fix like what you're eating and your nutrition, and like you believe that it's going to affect, if you believe that it's going to affect your overall day, which is something that I know many of us care about, I think we're more likely to choose it over convenience.
What I would say is any way to make something a habit is to just make it fun. Like like what I find personally with Bible studies is that it's kind of like, it's not a habit when you start right off the bat. It's not going to be a habit. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to be annoying to like kind of start doing it, but then eventually you find joy in it. And then you just keep going, right? So even if you start with like one new recipe a week, right? And you take that time, you prioritize this time, because even then, like if you're by yourself, it's just quiet time to yourself. You can listen to music and things like that, and just slowly go through it. And then you made this meal and it's something that you liked, and you may or may not have enjoyed it depending on the results and how it went, right? But it's just to find like to fall in love with the process of taking care of yourself. You just have to make it fun. You have to make it something that's enjoyable and not such a task all the time. Because I know lots of people come home, oh, now I have to cook dinner and I have to do all this stuff, and it's just really annoying, and I just wish I could like sit on my bed, right? But you just have to make it a process that you like. Don't see it as like, when I cook, I listen to podcasts, right? Or listen to music and just do something I like I like to listen to, and I just make it something I like.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just makes it so much easier to do because it's not such a task. It's not so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and I think that translates into like everything, like a lot of things in life.
Yeah.
In terms of like breaking bad habits or trying to start new habits, new practices, is making it fun.
Yeah.
Taking your time with it and not just like forcing and rushing into it, but don't cut things off, reduce them. You know, start like one recipe a week, or you know, practice, etc.
Mm-hmm.
You're just doing certain things that are going to make it easier instead of like pushing yourself right away right into it. It makes a lot of things easier. Yeah.
What's our last question?
What's your favorite easy healthy snack?
What is my favorite easy healthy snack? Oh my goodness. There's so many different things that I could say, because like I could say a snack. I am weird. I love grapes and turkey pepperettes. Don't ask me why, but they're the most delicious thing in the entire world. But if I think of like, let's say I have like an hour between classes or whatever, something that's super easy to make for me, if I'm gonna make something, burritos. Hands down, burritos are so easy. Like if you have a tortilla in the house, whatever, you can put lettuce, beans, tomatoes, like cheese and all that kind of stuff, and you can like lambs. You can put so much in it, and you get like a lot of like, I don't know, it's filling, so it's gonna last a while. Like whenever I find like it lasts me basically till dinner if I eat at like 11.
I think for me, I like, so one that I recently discovered in school. It was midnight, maybe not midnight. It was probably like 3 a.m.
Studying that life too.
Yeah, trying to watch my lectures. You know how it be. And I was hungry. I remembered something that I've seen on YouTube a lot is people taking bread, peanut butter, and bananas. And so I tried it. I got some bread, toasted the bread, put some peanut butter on the bread, and then sliced up some banana slices, and then put it on the bread, and it was so good, like so much better than I expected. I thought people were just being like bougie. Okay, yeah, bananas and peanut butter. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
On like crackers, but like it's genuinely good. Like bread, like peanut butter on bread with banana slices on top. Super delicious. Like there's like a nice combination of like the saltiness of the peanut butter and the sweetness of the banana.
See, I would try that, but I don't like peanut butter.
Okay, listen, I don't like peanut butter alone on
It's so
bread.
weird.
I get like I don't like just having a peanut butter sandwich, but with the banana it tastes really good. Like, do you like peanut butter and jelly?
Are you on crack?
You don't like peanut butter and jelly?
No.
I should have known. You put onions on your sandwiches. And you don't like avocado, do you either?
I hate avocado.
Okay, guys, it's been great.
There's a lot of negativity, Daniel.
Anyway,
on this side of the blanket. And
sorry.
I really appreciate it.
Anyway, let's end this. Let's wrap this up. I'm sorry. Before I just like
ridiculed.
Anyway,
for my taste in sandwiches.
Was that the last question?
Because clearly that's where this conversation's going. I can't believe
you tasted many things, my friend. You tasted many things. That was the last question, Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the last question.
Thank you so much for joining us as we snacked on some food and talked about food
and nutrition.
From
maybe half nutritious, healthy food making people.
He's a lot more nutritious than I am, but I am trying.
Take that with
and
grain
taking
of salt.
the effort. So, and that's all that matters. All that matters is that you're trying, and we talked about it's important because it's overall it's going to affect your life. That's why it's important.
In a good way.
In a good way. It's going to affect your life in a good way if you start caring about what you eat. And so that's why it's important. Ways you can do it: take small steps.
Take small steps. Be consistent.
Yeah, make small goals, and that are easy to be consistent with. And
try avocado toast.
Yes.
Or
and take this from someone who doesn't.
A burrito. A burrito.
Or a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say jelly sandwich.
No. But yeah, just small things, small recipes, something that's easily affordable with your budget. And it can work. And watch how you will your life will change for the better.
You'll improve.
You'll more energy, better thinking. You'll thrive.
Thank you for joining us in our nice comfy nook.
I'm Christine.
I'm Jorja. S.
Daniel.
A.
Come.
Just
make an
for like
appearance.
2 seconds.
They want to know who Daniel is.
The beauty behind the...
Come in the video.
Chocolate.
That's Daniel.
Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification
Turn off.
Turn it on. And we'll see you back with another video at Truth We Discovered.